How would you design the data structure for a very large social network like Facebook or LinkedIn? Such kind of question is known to be asked by top-tier tech companies like Google, LinkedIn, Amazon, and Facebook, as part of their recruitment process. The reason is, social networks are a great use case to talk about graph theory. At the end of this crash course, you will know how to design a data structure for a social network, and you will even also have already started to implementing a foundation. So let's start with trying to think about what's a social network conceptually. In fact, it's mostly users and the connections between them. Let's elaborate on these two concepts a bit more. Each user has a very limited number of connections, even though theoretically millions of connections are possible. Most users don't even come close to such figures. Just think about it. How many friends do you have on Facebook compared to the number of all existing profiles? Instead, it's rather common that users have friendship circles which share many common connections. Now, after having thought of the basic interaction of users in social networks, we can start building a data structure that allows us to easily implement these requirements. Why are graphs a great fit for this use case? Simply put, graphs are nothing but a collection of nodes and their connections between them. In the books, you find both often also called vertices and edges. Let's dive right into building a graph and see if it's actually as good. Till now, we have only discussed how a social network can be designed. We start coding by writing a constructor function for the graph. It only contains an empty object which will store our nodes. Next, we add a method, so we can retrieve nodes from the graph. Therefore, we simply look up a user by his, or her name. The second method we write will allow us to also add a user to the graph. To do so, we set the user as a key-value pair to the graph object. The user's name is used as the key. Before we create the constructor function for the nodes, we need to think about how to store the connections of each node. In the context of a social network, whenever someone accepts a friendship request, a new connection between two nodes is created. Therefore, we have bidirectional connections. Each node stores all the names of the nodes it's connected to. Therefore, each node has a friends property which stores its connections. You can simply use an array or an object. Here, I decided for an object, to be able to do efficient lookups. Additionally, the constructor function comes with a name property. The last missing piece to complete the setup is a method to add connections between nodes. As we decided to use bidirectional edges, the method needs to add the connection to both individual nodes. To do so, we call the addConnection function recursively, with the node we want to connect with. Thanks to the condition which wraps the actual logic, we do not end up in an infinite loop. Having all this in place, we can actually start adding users to our network. To start our network, let's create a couple of users and add them to the graph. The last remaining step is to connect them to each other. If you want to explore how your graph looks like, use the link to the graph visualizer in the description below. However, before you can visualize the graph, you need to export it. The easiest way to do so is to use a helper function which you find in the GitHub repo. You can find the link to the repo also in the description below. There, you can also use another helper function to play around with the number of users, up to 150. You will see, with increasing network size it becomes quickly very complex. Let's sum up. We have built the initial data structure for a social network. Therefore, we have created constructors for the graph and nodes. Moreover, we added edges connecting these nodes bidirectional. This structure represents a solid foundation to build more powerful features on top of it. Here are some hints of what could be added next. Graph transformation. Different types of nodes. Searching in a graph. Recommend people to connect. Do you want to learn more about graphs? Check the resources in the description below. Thanks for watching.